Hey y'all, just wanted to come on here and do a quick little training because I have so many people ask me, Fee, how do you keep all the things that you do in order and how do you handle so many different things? And I mean, literally, that just happened about an hour or so ago. And so I was like, okay, since so many people ask me this question, maybe I'll just do a quick little training on something that was passed to me actually by a professional organizer. And so I've got some notes here I'm going to refer to from time to time so I'm not reading, but it's really like it's called I'm going to call this like the task of decluttering your business and your mind and your life. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't know, I don't have a name of it, but or I'll think of a name of it by the time this training's over. So the task of decluttering your business and your life can feel completely overwhelming, like when you have so many things to do. But taking time to create a peaceful and enjoyable business and mind space improves not only the aesthetics, right, of your, laptop or your office, but it also clears your mind so that you can become much more productive. It can overall, it can include, it can improve your sense of well-being. And not only is clutter, linked to overall life dissatisfaction, but it's also linked to, a disorganized business. Can also induce cortisol response, which could increase your weight, believe it or not, and it can negatively impact your mental health. And so there are other less tangible messes, but what I want to cover is, let's start with like from decluttering the digital stuff on your phones, your chaotic calendar, the disorganization in the areas of your, like I said, your office or your home, that help, contribute to stress and overwhelm. So where's the best place to start, Fee? And that's one of the ladies who I spoke with earlier today asked me about. So here's where I'd start. We're here with a comprehensive, step-by-step plan to decluttering your business and your life. This will drastically improve your sense of well-being and put you ahead of the game. And that's what it did for me. I want to thank, because this is not only, yes, this is part of, my stuff, but it came from my professional organizer, Chapel Oates. Literally, her name is Chapel Oates, but yeah, she's the person who taught me this. So first, let's start talking about decluttering your digital life, right? So it may be less concrete and visible than other forms of clutter, but a cluttered computer, a laptop, a phone, both zaps your device's batteries, life, and it takes a valuable storage space, and it could cost you money because you might have to do like I did. I had to pay iCloud a whole bunch of money, and until I, decluttered it, it saved me lots of money by not having to pay Mr. Apple. The other thing that you can do for decluttering your digital life is to just back up everything that's stored digitally. So backing up photos, important documents not only speeds up your device and frees up memory, it also ensures if your phone or computer crashes that you have that information, right? And it's safe, and it's in a safe place, especially those of us who work in business and you have sensitive information. So make sure you back that up. So first, take some time to back up your files that you want to save on iCloud, Google Photos, or those of you who use those inferior Android devices. Don't play. You could do that, or you could pay a cloud service if you need the extra space, right? You can also set your device to automatically back up your files, which would also keep you from using the mental, space to have to remind yourself to do it from time to time. The other thing that you do is delete what doesn't serve you, right? So when's the last time that you used your karaoke app on your phone? Probably not ever, right? Delete, what you haven't used, recently. So a good rule of thumb is that if you haven't opened the app within the last 6 months, delete it off your phone. And so that's a great way to declutter your devices. So just like you throw away trash in your home or your office, get rid of any apps, blurry selfies, and text threads that don't add to your digital well-being. And actually, there's a great app that I use that declutters a lot of stuff. It gets rid of stuff, so I'll add that app in there for you. Can't remember the name of it right now, but it's an amazing app. And then organize your file on your apps, right? So now that you've left with only the most useful and beneficial items on your phone, it's time, and on your computer, it's time to organize them. So how do you move things around is, totally up to you. You can organize by category or color. I color code everything for me, but either way, you'll find that having an organized, desktop, laptop, or phone helps you streamline your devices. You can find information pretty easily, and you'll experience less screen time, which we all need right about now. And then last but not least, on the digital side of things, organize your customer relationship management system, that CRM, right? So, okay, and I know this is the most controversial and difficult task for many people because so many people are looking for the solution on how to better stay in contact with their prospective and past clients. My rule of thumb is pick one and use it. That's the best CRM to have all of your information backed up on, or be able to contact people. So, the most important part of decluttering is to have it, separate your friends from your family and your colleagues and your business and your buyers and sellers or whatever industry you work in. So that's what I'd say first. Okay. So that's the digital piece. The second part that I want to talk about is decluttering and tidying up your office space. If your office space is, cluttery, have you ever noticed how you're not able to get work done? So increase your workflow and motivation by just taking a few simple steps to declutter your office space. And so, number one, repurpose, recycle all pieces of paper that you're not using. So anything that's outdated, bills that you've already paid or receipts, get rid of them, or scan them up into something. And speaking of digital, go digital when you can. Does your, bank or cable company have a paperless option? Use that. If so, carving out some time to sign up for your e-statements. So sign up for e-statements instead of, signing up for paper bills and getting them delivered to your house and putting them in drawers that you never use them. And then if you're not sure and that you need hard copies, you can always scan them electronically. I want you to invest in some storage space. I have done a lot with becoming organized with storage spaces. So you can go to your local dollar stores or even your container stores and find they've got everything for storage. So you can store some of your stuff in an organization, folders, etc. And then let's talk about after you've just decluttered your yourself digitally and your physical space. Let's talk about decluttering your life. And I think this is probably one of the most important things. So from routines and habits to relationships and social commitments, if it's adding stress or simply not contributing to your well-being, it might need to go. So conduct a calendar audit. And what I mean by, conducting a calendar audit is, we've all said yes to some of the things that just don't serve us. And if it feels unbearably full and your routines don't seem to be working, look at your commitments. Does that stressful monthly networking meeting where you're not getting any referrals or not doing great networking, does that serve your purpose to, spend 30 minutes to drive there, an hour and a half to sit at that meeting and then drive back? Save those 3 hours, so that could help you. What about standing, double dates with friends of people that you don't even really like that much? You and your spouse or significant other can go spend that time doing something else with each other, right? So declutter your friends and people that you have commitments with. And then, and by mindfully clearing up calendar space, you'll not only reduce stress and chaos in your routines, you'll also create more room for the things that you actually love. And that's what life is all about, right? And then finally, I want you to talk about finding a planning system that works for you. So, you know what they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And when you do that, you add more, clutter to your life. So keep your social life, your finances, and other routines in order. Find a planning system that works for you. There's nothing wrong with an analog approach, right? So if it's just a journal or calendaring in a book, but if you use a digital database like we talked about earlier, use that. And if you're not into bullet journaling, try something like your iCal or your Evernote. But whatever method you use, just be consistent. They all work. And then what I like to do is set goals. And I start with a goal and then I work backwards from that goal. So the best way to declutter your life is just to start on day one. Put it on your calendar. And so, think about, where do you want to be in 1 week, 1 month, a year from now, 5 years, and then kind of work backwards. So plan an afternoon to camp out. Plan an afternoon to camp out at your favorite coffee shop and dream about your future. And then then work backwards from your goals by coming up with 3 measurable, timely action steps for each one. And when you know where you want to go, it's so much simpler to make good decisions in the here and now and reduce the chances of a cluttered life. So I hope you're feeling better, because this is making me feel better by just doing this already, right? Because I've been there and I've done that. And oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Fee Gentry. I am the owner of Live Better Ventures, and I am a real estate professional, entrepreneur, and I struggled with, distraction and disorganization until I finally, like I told you, hired Chapel Oates years ago to help me declutter my brain, my physical space, and help get myself more organized so that I can be productive. So anyways, back to my regularly scheduled programming here. So then last but not least, let's talk about the personal pieces of this, right? So decluttering your home. So when you're decluttering your home, where you spend the most time, and a lot of us spend, a lot of time now because we work from home, if it just doesn't feel like home, reduce the cluttering in your living spaces, and storage areas will simplify, will simplify navigating and using your things and add an element of peace in your living environment. So these are the 3 rules that I have when we're doing this. It's keep, donate, or throw away. Again, that's keep, donate, or throw away. So toss the trash, right? So anything that is, not serving like in your home and doesn't have a purpose, throw it out. And that's really fun. I love throwing out trash. Before you can organize items you want to, keep around, you literally just need to just trash all the stuff that you just don't need, right? Old cartons and books and magazines and knickknacks and papers and, old cosmetics and, soaps and things that just don't serve a purpose or expired. Get rid of it. Food, all of that out of your pantry, all of that stuff. Store specialty and seasonal items. So if it's Christmas items or Valentine's Day items, put them away, in a place that can be reached at a different time of the year, spring and summer, something like that. Your blankets, your clothing, right? I now move my clothes from my, summer clothes, my spring clothes, my fall and winter clothes. I rotate them and I put away things that I don't need so that I keep my closet really pretty tidy. Get rid of anything like we talked about that's expired. Clean your closet. Under the Rain of, Marie Kondo. We're all inspired to simplify our closets. That lady is amazing. Have you seen her? Go check her out on YouTube. The closet declutterer. So, but anyways, I think you all get the point about decluttering your life and decluttering your business. Hopefully this has added some value to you. Let me know. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.